letters about purchases you didn't make. A prime sign that you could be a victim of identity theft. Or if you're rejected for a line of credit or credit card application, they won't give you a line of credit, and you believe your credit to be in good standing, it could be a very good sign that you've been victimized by identity theft, and there was someone out there preceding you, acting as an imposter virtually, and trying to open up lines of credit so that when you try to do it, now you can't. All these are the signs that you may have fallen victim to identity theft. Now, how it occurs, some of the more common ways are as simple as trash being thrown away. I always tell this story, and it's a true story. It happened about 6 or 7 years ago, where I reside uptown, just off Common Avenue. I lived in a brownstone, and there was a gentleman who would come up about 3 or 4 o'clock every morning, make a lot of noise with the trash can, rummaging through the trash, and I assumed, as well as my neighbors, that he was always looking for clothing, or for food, or for something that he could redeem, bottles and the like. And one night, because it got to be so noisy, I went downstairs. I'll never forget. It was about 2:45 in the morning, and I went down, ready to just kind of be big and bad and approach him about it. And when I went down, he was a young man, nicely dressed, going through the trash. Everything was on the ground, all very organized. He had all the paper that I had ripped up, that my neighbors had ripped up. At the time, I did a lot of talking about shredders, but I didn't have one myself. And he began to place these papers together. They were all over the sidewalk, and he had a flashlight. And I couldn't understand for the life of me what he was doing. So I frightened him, and I couldn't even come at him in a real hostile way because I didn't understand what he was doing. Needless to say, I found out after a few words with him and a bit of dialogue that what he was doing was looking at this paperwork, placing papers together that myself nor my neighbors had shredded